Hey y'all, my name is Paige Nicole and this is my story.
This episode is brought to you by the Loyalty Club, one of the hottest brands out, where they keep their items limited and only for the loyal few. Check us out online at theloyaltyclub.us, or if you're in the New Orleans area, you can check us out at our flagship store, 841 Fulton Street. You already know what time it is. Only for the loyal few, club time.
Okay, so tell her where are you from?
I'm from Gonzales, Louisiana.
Growing up in Louisiana, how was it for you?
Okay, being that I'm 3'5", as y'all can see, of course I had my challenges, but for me, I love a challenge. You know, people have their different views on everybody. Like everybody vision, everybody knowledge is not the same on everything. Like everybody don't have the same views. Like you can look at me and you might see just a regular person, but some people will look at me and see, oh, this short girl. And you know, being young, being in school, I was teased for being short. You know, they call you a midget because you're short. I'm bow-legged, so I wobble when I walk. I got mocked because of the way I walk. It was a lot of different things, like the pointing, the staring, and still to this big age now they still do that. But since I know who I am as a person and whose I am, that just makes it even more better for me. People gonna talk regardless. They talked about the man up above, so it makes me think I get any privileges for them not talking about me. So for me, it's just learning about who I am. And I understand that God makes no mistakes, and he made me like this for a reason. And I think I'm doing a really good job at being Paige Nicole.
Gotcha. So let's bring it a little bit back before that. Like, how old were you when you realized, that you wasn't, that you wasn't going to, get any taller?
Well, like when I got to the 5th grade, that's when I realized, like, because I was in the same size shoe forever. Everybody, talking about how they, they shoe size going up, and you see people getting taller. But in the 5th grade, I think that's when I realized, like, this gonna be, like, this is gonna be me. Like, I don't think I'm getting no taller than what I am now. But it was really good to have family and friends who didn't treat you any different, who made you realize that at the end of the day, you're still human. They didn't treat me like I was a short person. They treated me like a human being, like I was Paige Nicole. So that plays a major, major part with knowing who I was as well.
Gotcha. So let's go into the real, parts about, life. Like, did you ever go through any type of like depression, like growing up and like people calling you short or playing with you in different ways?
One thing that I could, like, I had tried out for the dance team, and it was like I knew that I could dance. I had rhythm, but learning the techniques of dancing and stuff. So they made me like the manager, so I couldn't do all the different dances like the average height girls could do. So they would have me in, like, coming in on certain parts of the dance and doing different things like that. Also, like the basketball team. When I was in middle school, I tried out for the basketball team, but they kind of had me like the water girl. But then, like, going up into, I think, my 8th grade year, I was actually on the team. I can remember playing against this other team, and I really shot a 3-point, and I made it. And the whole gym went crazy. So, just different things like that.
How you been lit, huh?
But as far as me being, like, depressed, it's just not, like, I had a moment where I was just trying to understand, like, why I couldn't be a part of the team. Not why I got to be listed as a manager or a water girl. Like, I had the skills, but they saw that later down the line. But, when I got to high school, all that changed, because I was really able to stand up for myself. I was on the basketball team in high school, and then I was on a cheerleading team, like the real life cheerleading team in high school.
Yeah, but everything but they said, but you couldn't do.
I did it. Yeah. Like, even growing up, like, when I was born, I had ended up getting like this, like, I had to be in the hospital for like 17 days and 17 nights. And the doctor told told my parents rather, that I was going to have to go back into a baby stage. I think I say when I was born, but it's happened a little, like, I was probably like 5, and they told them I was gonna have to go back into a baby stand of learning how to walk and talk all over again. They was just saying that they didn't know what was gonna be the outcome of it, but look at me now.
All right. But God is on your side.
Always.
So let's go back to high school. Like, how old were you when you got your first boyfriend?
I was always like I'm very private. So it was just like nobody really knew unless he made it known that it was there. You know, and being in high school and being on the cheerleading team, so you really got you get the the star. You messing with somebody on the football team or the basketball team, or but I was always the low key when I ain't really want people in my business, and I still don't want them in my business.
The crazy part is, like, I think it's every man's fantasy to have a small woman.
But why?
It's like, like small women are thick and they seem fun size.
But I don't. So this I'm having this problem like currently as we speak. So I was at a baby shower and I was minding my own business. The photographer came up and he kind of did a video. But how the video was like, I kind of was like about to tell him about himself, but then I had to remember no negative energy, love, and I just started smiling. But how the video is like, it's really dope. Well, so many, like literally, so many people been sending me the video because it's supposedly going live on Twitter right now. Like, they talking about, oh, you're viral on Twitter. If you see my DM, if you see the comments, it's just like, I'm trying to understand what y'all think, fellas. What y'all think the difference is of a tall female and a short female? Like, that's what I want to know, because at the end of the day, I feel like I'm just short. That's it.
Well, me personally, I know a few things that a short person can do that talk.
Oh my God.
But, I'm a married man now. I can't talk about all that stuff. But I'm saying in general, men just have a wild fantasy.
And I just be trying to understand it. Like, I'm trying to see where people come from. But when they be like fun size, like
just in general, like what I would think, if I have someone that's 3 feet tall, she fine, she could stand up and do a lot of things. That's what I would put in my mind. Like, she could stand up and do a lot of things that a person, average height can't do. And I think that's a real advantage that a short person can do. You could break down someone's bigger on it to their knees, like a man. If you're a woman, you could break them down to their knees. Because you could do everything standing up, like a lot.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Nah, see, you get what I'm saying? So, that's just my opinion of thinking. I never dealt with no one like that, but I'm saying, just in my fantasy mind, like, okay, I think a person that tall can do that.
But here's the thing, though. Like, I guess it just, one of my good friends told me, he was like, every time you post a picture on Instagram, you giving people the energy to say what they want to say, because everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Correct.
Everybody view things differently. So for me, I just be wanting to know. Sometimes I wish I can see myself through other people's eyes, so I could kind of see. Because to me, I know I'm short, huh?
If you a certain thing on a
lens, I know I'm short, but I don't know. You can't tell me that I ain't 7 feet,
right? But even like regular short people have like a big man complex. Like, they're gonna buy the biggest truck. They're gonna jump in something tall.
And now the fact that you say that, like, I want a truck now.
Like, you just got if you're small, you want big things.
Yeah, I want a truck.
But that's kind of like big dudes. They want smaller things. Mm-hmm. Like smaller women. You ever notice like a basketball player be like 7 foot tall and they have like a 5 foot woman? Like, why you don't go get one? Well, why you don't go talk to a woman that's in the WNBA?
But here's the thing, though. Even it's just like, they be like, "Girl, do you date people short like you?" Like,
and I think that's kind of disrespectful.
Like, why? What you think, that I cannot get somebody talking to me?
Stuff now.
Like, I want to know what y'all be talking about. Gotta know they like the shorties. Gotta know that.
They gotta know. Huh?
They gotta know.
So, what is the craziest thing a man ever sent you in your DM?
Oh my God, I'm so ashamed. Let me tell you this. I have so many DMs. It's like I don't even. And what I love about it is I have to approve them. So you're gonna be sitting there for a long time. But fellas, stop sending yourself. If we don't ask for that, don't do that. That's a major turnoff. If we not asking for it, don't just automatically just send it. Because guess what? I'm going to report y'all. I don't like it. Don't do that. That's nasty. Like, I'm going to hit the report button. If I didn't ask for that, don't send. And I don't know you.
Right.
That's nasty.
It's kind of weird. It's like,
you just out here
know my name.
You just out here sending yourself. That means you have no respect. I'm not gonna respect you as a man. That's just me though.
Like, how can we ever get somewhere?
But you're doing that to me.
The first image of you is your thing.
Your first impression
is your worst impression.
Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So, what is the worst pickup line you ever heard when a guy tried to, holler at you?
Let me see, because it just be so much. I be so unbothered. It kills me when they say, you don't know what I'll do to you. What would you do?
They don't know what you'll do to them.
It's just like, what would you do? I like that right there.
What would you do that hasn't been done?
What would you do?
Everybody got different fantasies.
Or what you think you can do for me.
Right. But the crazy part is, I think you would actually perfectly just like a man who actually just treat you regular, and I talk about them things like taking me out to eat, just be normal. Don't be telling me what you could do me.
But here's the thing though, like nowadays it's just everybody just trying to do the same thing over and over again, right? Nobody know how to be themselves. Like nobody knows how to not try to portray social media. Like I can't even say on camera what it is because then that's gonna be there. But it's so like some dudes don't even realize how simple you can get a conversation from a female. They don't understand it. They want to just, I don't know.
They want to get straight to it.
Yes, and flashing money, find somebody else to flash with. Because I need to know how your mental is.
What's your credit like?
First of all,
is it really your money?
What your mental is. Like, how are you happy with self? Or are you just flashing this money? Because when that money gone, I'm going to still like you there? After the money? I need to know that.
Well, yeah, but the average woman, they staying after the money gone anyway. So. But let's get to the, to the more known questions about you. Like, for people who don't know, tell them, like, what do you do for a living?
Oh, so I do have a 9-to-5. I work. I work in the medical field. I deal with insurance company that's for medications that's on a higher level. I'm saying
we don't edit. We're going wrong.
But yeah, so yeah, I am a prior authorization technician. And then after the 5 o'clock, I go into entrepreneur world. I am the CEO of No Negative Energy Love. If your energy is not right, this is not the area for you. Gotta know that.
So how did you come up with that?
We live in a world where it's nothing but negative energy. I just wanted to use myself, my life journey. I feel like it's so much easier to be positive than to be negative. Because when you being negative, you taking so much. Like you don't even have time to realize the good that's happening because you just so focused on what's not happening. So for me, No Negative Energy Love is just like it's more than a brand. It's a movement. It's a lifestyle. Like, keep that negative energy from around me. You are what you allow to consume you. Remember that.
So, but I didn't ask this question, but I don't know if it is a real thing. But like, so actually, when you was born, like, were you born with like it was some type of like problems, like the reason why you couldn't grow?
Like honestly, everybody in my family is tall. I am the only person who is short in my family, short stature. They just said it was a growth impairment. I'm sure there's other names, but honestly, I never really dug into details with my mama about it. Now, what I can say is, I had to see a lot of specialists because they just want to make sure that my spine and by me being bow-legged, they wanted to make sure my joints and everything was good. So I had to go to handicapped doctors. Like I can remember being in a doctor's office with a lot of kids that's handicapped with special needs. And I can remember my mama one day, she was crying, and she said, like, me and her have this conversation about this, and she was like, I just had to take a moment because sometimes in life we don't realize how truly blessed we are. Although we be in certain situations or certain environments, God have a way of showing us that it could be way worse than what it is. As for me, I was just going there because they wanted to check my spine. They wanted to make sure that my joints was together. But mentally, I was okay. But it was people who mentally wasn't okay. They couldn't function on themselves. Just recently, one of the nurse who was a nurse where I was going to the doctor at, she came to my job. And she told me, she was like, Paige? And I said, yes, ma'am. And she said, you don't remember me, but I remember you. And she said, when you got off that stool, that made me remember who you were. Like, she said, you just gave me a flashback because you never wanted us to pick you up, to put you on the bed. Like, you were, like, the hot, you know how hot the beds is. Like, I was.
Oh, that's why I help you put on the chair.
Oh yeah,
I was
gonna be like, look, don't try to pick me up. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Do not pick me up because I'm not a baby. I'm grown.
Facts. Like, if you notice, I ain't even had to try. Because like when I grew up, I had a speech impediment. Like I couldn't get no words out. So for me to do interviews, be shocked. People like, what the hell? They got dudes in jail. Like, man, you do interviews? Like, I used to. Like when I was young, I couldn't get no words in. Like I couldn't even call no one else. And like and just say something simple like ask, hello, can I speak to this person? So now people hear me talk, they're like, okay, that's a whole blessing.
Right.
But I just saw your Instagram, like, dang, she's just so excited and happy for her situation. And like I never saw nobody so happy.
Well, here's the thing. Like, you gotta. This is my view on my situation because I'm not gonna get no taller. Am I gonna live in that moment and let life pass me by? No. My family church, I always used to hear this lady say, her prayer is not that she live long or die soon. Her prayer is that her last day be her best day. So the way life is life in these days, you never know when your last day gonna be. So guess what? If I could be happy, I'm gonna be happy. Not saying that I don't have problems because I do. Because at the end of the day, I'm human. But my problems don't have me. Something my pastor be saying, you gotta glance at your problems and focus on God. Like if you stay in that moment, it's okay to have a moment. But don't let that moment have you. You can stay there. But you got to understand, I try to look at everything on the positive side. Am I going to be negative and stay here and be mad and bitter? Or am I going to learn from it and see some positive in it? So that's why y'all see me happy all the time. I'm not about to be down and out.
I think you're missing your calling. You are one real, like, motivational speaker. For real. So, to know the journeys, like, being an entrepreneur, working, etc. Like, what do you enjoy most about this? Like, actually, what do you dislike about working and being an entrepreneur?
It's hard because I'm putting in 8+ hours at a job for somebody else. when honestly I have everything that I need for myself, but I'm holding me back. But God will make you very uncomfortable when it's time for you to move. And hear me, I am my own enemy. I am in my own way. You see, once I get out my way, y'all better watch out.
So, all right, what's one average day like for you?
Like literally, currently, like now, just here working, like being out here for work. Like I gotta.
You might move to New Orleans. You be here a lot.
I do, cause we we have an office here.
But so, like 45 minutes.
Yeah,
anyway.
It's not far, but it's just like getting up, doing the basic shower, getting myself together, giving myself. Stop. Let me rewind. Wake up. Thanking God for allowing me to see another day. Asking Him to keep me in my right mind. Because sometimes you wake up and you facing problems after problems after problems. 2024, I wanted to spend more time just getting in tune with God more. Because how you start your day will determine how everything else will go. So I want to make sure that I'm being very positive about things. So when I'm giving y'all, hey y'all, as I often say, y'all, positive vibes only, no negative energy, love. Just know that I had to gather my mental and my thoughts together. And it's just like an average day, like going work for somebody else, but my mind's still going, thinking about what I could be doing for myself as well for no negative energy, love. But you got different things that's thrown at you, but it's all on you how you gonna handle it.
Gotcha. So for someone who watching this interview right now, who probably went through the same situation as you, probably if didn't grow or have any type of disabilities, I want you to kind of give them some words of encouragement or some type of any kind of advice. And what to see.
First thing, you gotta understand that God makes no mistakes. He created us the way He wanted us to be. It's up to you to decide if you're gonna love you. You gotta accept you. You got the first thing is just accepting who you are. For me, I had to understand I'm short. When people be like, you short, I can't argue with that because that's a known fact. Tell me I'm short in what? This. You can't say that I'm just short, and you can't tell me that I'm not facing on everything that's coming towards me. Yes, I'm short, but let's not forget to add the other things to it. It starts with self. You gotta motivate yourself, because the world, every day we teach people how to treat us. So it's up to you to decide how you want people to treat you. It's not what they call you, it's what you answer to.
Facts.
It's up to you. It is, understand who you are and whose you are. I'm telling you, when you figure out who you are as a person, you ain't gonna worry about what them people got to say about you. People gonna talk. If I was taller, they was gonna find something else to talk about me about. They probably would have called me too tall or something.
They would call you something, huh?
Something.
People always find something wrong with somebody.
But the thing about it is, do you take a minute to look at yourself in the mirror? People try to dim the light in something that they don't have a light shining for them. So they think that they can dim your light by bringing you down. Because if I can make you feel good by thinking you could bring me down, I accomplished something because you feeling good. And guess what? Me too. Because I know who I am.
So, bring me back. Where were you and how did you feel the first time someone ever told you that you are one, midget?
It's just something about that word that do something to me. Even I just don't like that word. Because every short person is not a midget. I feel like I am fully developed. I'm just short. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
All right. So that's why I be trying to understand. I have this conversation with people all the time. But just just being younger and just be like, just trying to understand why people just gotta be so cruel, you know. One of the questions that I get asked a lot is, do I ever want to have kids?
I'll ask you that next.
The thing about it is, I don't want my child to be like me. Reason being is, this world is so cruel. And I don't care how much I encourage and uplift my child when I'm not around. Mentally, is he or she going to be able to function when mama not around? I had to learn that on my own. My family is so overprotected of me. So y'all better watch what y'all say when y'all around me. I'm telling y'all. It don't bother me. They be ready to pop off, but I be having to tell, it's okay. It's okay. But,
Well, I'm glad you said that because, like, I kind of felt that way. I'm actually about to have a baby in me.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And my worst thing was like, I don't want my child to stutter. But I remember how I started stuttering because I used to tease my older cousin. So I was like, man, I hope I hope my baby don't stutter because I know what I went through. Like, my family used to tease me. Like, you have the vice versa. Like, people used to tease me. I hang up on them, curse them out. But, like, I want to tell you, like, I don't think you should look at it that way. I don't think you have a child actually the same size as you because it's not, like, really in your family.
But
like,
it's a 50% chance, though.
But even if you did, it was still a blessing because guess what? You could teach that child the journey that you had and the reason why you don't like no negative energy around you.
This is so true. But it's a lot of different ways to view it. And not saying that, like, and when it can't come down to, like, if it's, like, thinking that my partner wouldn't, that ain't even an issue. It's all me. Like, it's just, why you think like that? You know? Like,
But you gotta bring a blessing in this world.
I know.
Like, you so happy, you probably bring somebody else, and we probably be. And just think about it, you have a son who actually come out and had the same energy as you, and he probably be a pastor.
I know, but it's like my daddy say, let thy will be done.
Yeah. Leave it up to God.
Let thy will be done.
Leave it up to God. Okay, gotcha. So, I'm like, what's next for you?
I just want God to do his big one like he been doing. It ain't even, no matter how we make this plan or what we think our life's supposed to be like, it don't always work like that. If you would have asked me 5 years ago if I thought I would have a clothing line, if I thought any of this, the answer would be no. I was like, I started off with making these bracelets right here, and everybody was like, why you don't have a website? And I'm like, how am I working 9 to 5 and running a website? And look at me today, still working a 9 to 5, running a website. So, I don't know. I just know Big G got something good for me. I know that much.
Gotcha. And last but not least, tell the world on what can they find you on social media and everywhere else.
Follow me on Instagram at Fitted, FITTED, Stacks, STACKZ as in zebra. If you Google No Negative Energy Love, you gonna see me. And on TikTok, it is Miss MZ, Fitted, FITTED, or it might go back to NNELUV Lady.
Gotcha. And we done. And also, but that's your story.
That's my story.
Hey, what are you sticking to it?
This is my story. Thank you so much.